Okay, so let's say this represents our wall, and this is the molding we just shot down. First of all, we're going to get our caulk gun, and this is another nice little tip for all caulk guns. You can go into your electrical department and get these little wire nuts. Anytime you're hooking up electrical fans or any type of electrical units, they come with wire nuts inside them. You don't have to go out and buy them. Once you make your cut, I usually like to cut them on a 45-degree angle on the tip of the caulking. Use these little wire nuts to seal them. You know, some people put nails in it, but if you put a little wire nut on the top of your caulking gun, it'll preserve the caulk that's inside there. And every time you want to use it, you just unscrew it, use it again. Alright, so we're going to take the caulk, and we got some valleys within this molding. So all I'm going to do is seal them up. And again, it doesn't matter how messy we get, because I got a technique that'll work. Now, you might want to zoom in on this. First of all, you want to do is wet your finger, and you want to fill all the voids in with your finger. Okay, and it doesn't matter how messy you get, because we all work messy, sometimes we work neat. And even the nail holes that we just shot into the molding, fill them up. You know, you're there with the caulk, you might as well. And don't bother about getting all over your finger, because the caulking and the technique that I'm about to show you will work. Alright, so that's all nice and filled. I'm going to rinse our finger. Now check this out. This is a regular cellulose sponge. Alright, you could buy them whole, and then you want to get your knife and you cut them in fourths. Alright, you can cut them in any size shape you want, it doesn't matter. But this is the tool that I prefer to use versus those fancy caulking trim tools that you would run along against it. Those are nice, but this is way inexpensive and it lasts a lot longer because you can use it for multi-things. You can even use regular car wash sponges. And believe it or not, the older they get, the better they work. So we take the sponge, we're going to dip it in the water, and we're just going to wipe the molding. Okay? And you can use different sponges if you want, you know, be creative. But you see the point that I'm getting at, it's filling up all the voids, and it's wiping off real easy. Now that's done. Everything's filled in. So now I won't have the problem of paint resting inside of these voids and worrying about it drying differently. This is ready to paint once it dries. So I want to show you another little technique. Let's say our molding has dried. Okay. In this case, all this molding has been dried because of the caulking that's in there. And let's say we want to paint the wall now. Alright, I'm going to show you two different things you can do. First we get the paintbrush, and remember we dipped it in the water, we got it saturated, and we got the holes inside the lid to help the paint fall back in. When you're painting your walls and you want to go with new paint on your molding, simply do this. Cover your molding. That's all you got to do. You want to get the paint inside of the ridge and on the wall. It does not matter if you cover the molding. Alright? And the reason being is because when this paint dries inside the molding, you will be able to cut it a lot better and just come one bead on top of the molding with your new color. And I'll show you what I mean. Let's say we use a trim brush. Okay, this has got a nice tapered angle, right? So again, we wet it, spin it out, and now it's ready for paint. So let's say that this portion of the wall has been painted and ready for molding. All you want to do is load up one side of the brush, not the other side. You just want to load up one side. There's no reason why you got to do it like that. Always come out to the right. If you're left-handed, come out to the left. Dip in a quarter of the way, come out. That's how you load a brush. You don't want to put gobs of paint on both sides. Anyway, once you're ready, you might want to zoom in on this. Let's say you're working inside, set the brush in the groove, and cut. Notice I'm not getting any paint on the wall. I don't need no tape. I load up my brush again, get the molding, Load it up, run it along the top of the molding, cutting it perfectly. If you do this method, you'll save so much time. You won't have to tape up the walls or the molding, and it's going to cover the molding paint originally. A lot of people use the tape method, but I find it's a lot of time and effort to tape up all your moldings. It's really effortless. If you do this method, it's simple and it works every time. That covers the molding aspect of how that works. As far as the brushes go, on cleanup, just use some regular dish soap. You want to take your paint lids. Remember, all your paint has went down in a can. So I like to take mine. You just kind of wipe out the edge of the lid. Any paint that's receded in there, and that'll go down. Then we take our paint lid, put that back on. Now, as far as your brushes go, everything you use with paint, set it in the bucket. To get this clean, pour a little soap detergent in it. It only takes a little bit. You just kind of slush them around. That'll break the paint off. Now, one old painter taught me this trick. Once you wash your brushes, if they're really expensive brushes and they use like camel hair or horse hair, some brushes do that. A lot of times what they'll do is take conditioner, regular shampoo conditioner, and actually condition the brushes. There are conditioners for paint brushes, but you can use a conditioner at your house and save a little money. And it'll make them softer and preserve them inside of the paint holders. Now, once you rinse everything, you want to flush these brushes out. Get them all nice and dry by setting them out. Do not put them back in the wrappers until they dry. Again, you're going to soak them in soap, rinse them out, flush them out, and we're going to do the shake method by rotating the bristles. That'll get all the water out and make sure they're flushed. Then once we do that, we set them out to dry on a ledge. Simply just set them out, let them air dry, then put them back in its holsters. I hope these tips help you out on future painting projects. I'm going to be posting more videos, a little easy on how to do stuff. So please be on the lookout for future and upcoming videos. This is Clint with Easy DIY. Thanks for watching. Also, please like my videos, rate my videos, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel. This is Clint with Easy DIY, and thanks for watching.